The moment I saw her, memories of high school flooded back, and I knew my life was about to change. Karen stood at 5'7", her sandy brown hair cascading in soft waves that framed her face perfectly. Her big brown eyes sparkled with a mix of curiosity and warmth, drawing me in with every glance. She had an athletic figure, reminiscent of a runner, with long, graceful legs that seemed to go on forever and a flat tummy that hinted at her active lifestyle. Back in those high school days, I had admired her from afar, captivated by her infectious laughter and the way she lit up any room she entered. We had shared fleeting moments, glances in the hallway, casual conversations in class, but I never had the courage to express my feelings. Now, standing before her again, I felt a rush of emotions I thought I had buried long ago. As the evening unfolded in the cozy living room of my house, the air was thick with anticipation. I could hardly believe it when she leaned in closer, her breath warm against my skin. "I've missed this," she whispered, her eyes glinting with mischief and longing. Our lips met softly at first, a gentle exploration that quickly ignited a fire within us. "You feel incredible," I murmured, feeling the warmth of her body against mine as we sank into the plush couch. She responded with a playful smile, her fingers tangling in my hair as she deepened the kiss, pouring all her emotions into that moment. Every kiss was electric, sending shivers down my spine. "I can't believe we waited so long," she said breathlessly, pulling back just enough to meet my gaze. There was a vulnerability in her eyes that made my heart race. "I thought about you every day." "I felt the same," I confessed, my voice low and filled with desire. "Being here with you feels like coming home." We lost ourselves in each other, the world around us fading away. Her laughter filled the space as we playfully teased one another, our chemistry undeniable. "You always knew how to make me feel alive," she said, her voice a sultry whisper that sent my heart racing. As we kissed again, the intensity grew, each touch igniting a passion that had been simmering beneath the surface since our high school days. "I want to savor every moment with you," I breathed, my hands exploring the curves of her body, feeling the warmth radiate from her. The next day, I found myself unable to focus on anything but the memory of our night together. I replayed every moment in my mind, the way her laughter danced in the air, the warmth of her body against mine, and the way her eyes sparkled with joy. I decided I needed to see Karen again, to make things official. When I arrived at her place, she greeted me with a radiant smile that made my heart skip a beat. "Hey, you," she said, her eyes lighting up as she stepped closer. "I was hoping you'd come by." "Of course," I reply, my nerves tingling with excitement. "I wanted to ask you something." I took a deep breath, gathering my courage. "Would you like to go out with me, like, officially?" Her expression softened, and a smile spread across her face. "I thought you'd never ask," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "I'd love to double quotes with her." I couldn't resist the urge to pull her close again. I swept her into my arms, carrying her effortlessly to the couch. As I set her down, I leaned in, capturing her lips with mine in a passionate kiss. The world around us faded once more, and all that mattered was the connection we shared. As our kiss deepened, I felt her legs start to quiver beneath me, the intensity of our emotions pouring into every touch. "Jamal," she breathed between kisses, her voice a mix of surprise and delight. "This feels amazing." I held her tightly, feeling the warmth of her body against mine, as we lost ourselves in the moment again. The couch became our sanctuary, a place where we could explore the depths of our feelings without hesitation. "You're incredible," I whispered, pulling back just enough to gaze into her eyes. "I can't believe how lucky I am." Karen smiled, her cheeks flushed with excitement. "I feel the same way. I've never felt this way about anyone before. Double quotes with her. We kissed again, the passion between us igniting like a flame. The day was just beginning, and I could feel the promise of something extraordinary unfolding between us. As we pulled away, I took a moment to admire her. The sunlight streaming through the window highlighted the golden flecks in her brown eyes, and I felt a surge of affection. "What do you want to do today?" I asked, eager to make the most of our time together. Karen's eyes sparkled with mischief. "How about we go for a walk in the park? I could use some fresh air, and I want to show you my favorite spot." "That sounds perfect," I reply, feeling a rush of excitement. We quickly got ready, and soon we were walking side by side, the warmth of the sun enveloping us. The park was alive with the sounds of laughter and the rustling of leaves, creating a perfect backdrop for our blossoming relationship. As we strolled along winding paths, we shared stories from our high school days, reminiscing about the awkward moments and the friendships that had shaped us. I found myself laughing more than I had in years. The pond, life, dreams, and sometimes the people who matter most. She paused, her eyes finally meeting mine. "You're one of those people now, Jamal." My heart swelled at her words. "I feel the same way, Karen. I've wanted this for so long. Double quotes. We sat in comfortable silence for a moment, the world around us fading away. Then, as if drawn by an invisible force, we leaned in closer, our lips meeting in a tender kiss. It was a kiss filled with promise, a silent agreement that we were embarking on a new journey together. As we enjoyed our ice cream, we playfully fed each other bites, our laughter echoing in the warm afternoon sun. I watched as Karen's eyes sparkled with joy, and I couldn't help but think how lucky I was to have her back in my life. The day continued to unfold beautifully, filled with spontaneous adventures, playing games at the arcade, wandering through local shops, and sharing our hopes and dreams over coffee. Each moment felt like a treasure, and I cherish every second spent with her. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, we found ourselves back at the park, sitting on the same bench where we had shared our first intimate moments of the day. The atmosphere was charged with a sense of magic, and I knew this was a moment I would never forget.